Hi YouTube, it's Kathy, and today I'm here to do an unboxing of a Once Upon a Book Club box. I've wanted to try out this box for ages, and I was very lucky that they sent me this one for review. In addition, they also sent me a coupon code, so if you end up wanting to try out this book box, you can use kathytrithardt 10 when you're checking out, and I believe it gets you 10% off your first box. This is one of their young adult book boxes. I believe this was actually their September box, and they just had some left over, and I knew that I already really wanted the book that's in here, so it was win-win. They also do adult book boxes, and then sometimes they do some specialty boxes, such as right now I think that they have some form of advent calendar box going on, which just sounds really cool. Without further ado, let's get into this. I already cut the tape because I knew that that would be annoying, so let's just open her up. Ooh, and this is what it looks like when you first open it. This will be a, ooh, that's cooler than I thought it would be. This is what it looks like on the top. Didn't want to give any spoilers as to what the book is because it has it right on the front of this little catalog. It is actually a book club kit now that I'm looking at it, so it talks about the book, which we will get to, the authors, because it's a dual authored book, and then some discussions, as well as a recipe, which is cool. One of the things I actually miss about going to my book club is my friend Steph would often make some baked goods, and they were usually on theme. For example, one month we read An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green because we started out as a Nerdfighter book club, so we had to read a Nerdfighter book, and she made these little Carl cookies, so I miss her. I miss baked goods at book club, so this is an excellent detail. Also, this is just beautiful, and I will let you know what the book is first off because it's right near the top here. So the book that I was excited about getting is Miss Meteor. I saw Audrey talk about this, I've seen other people talk about this, I'm really excited about it. Let's give you a synopsis from the inner flap because I can. 2 ex-best friends, 2 big secrets, 1 beauty pageant. Everyone knows that Meteor, New Mexico, got its name from the space rock that crashed into the desert nearby. Nobody knows that Lita Perez came with it, or that she's starting to turn back into stardust. She'll never get a chance to graduate high school or kiss the boy she adores, not unless she can find a way to make Meteor hold on to her and never let go. Much to her surprise, Lita discovers her life might depend on winning an annual Miss Meteor beauty contest. But if she's going to have a chance, she's going to need the help of her ex-best friend. Chicky knows Lita has no chance of becoming Miss Meteor. Every year the pageant queen is skinny, poised, and white, 3 things that Lita is definitely not. But Chicky also knows that if Lita wins, it will show this whole backward town that there's more to beauty than being blonde and popular. If Lita can find a way to overcome the odds, then maybe Chicky can find a way to come out of the closet. I'm so excited about this because I didn't know that there's kind of this outer space element to it as well, so it's not a spoiler, it's right on the flap. Very excited about this. This is by Taylor K. Mejia, who you might know from We Set the Dark on Fire, as well as Anna Marie McLemore, who you might know from Wild Beauty. Now that I've gushed about how much I'm really excited to read this book, especially now that I know it has that outer space element to it, let's see what else is in this book box. So it does come with a book plate of the author's signatures, so I'm sure that I will put that in there. It also comes with this bookmark, which has information on it I didn't previously know. It says, to fully experience this box, remember to only open your gifts once you reach the given page. And then don't worry, we'll remind you. The given page I have is page 351, so I guess I can't open this until I read the book. There's also this, which I am not supposed to open until page 56. I also have this envelope that I'm not meant to open until 390, as well as this box that I can't open until 106. I guess that means that this unboxing has just turned into a reading vlog. Before we cut away to Kathy in the future, who will have time to read this book, whereas Kathy right now is in the middle of 2 TBRs for 2 different readathons, I want to show you a couple of other things that were in the box. The first one being this art print quote from the book, as well as notes from both of the authors about the book. So I guess the next clip you'll see is future Kathy at page 56. Hi, it is sometime in the future. It is now January. I believe the last time you saw me I was in November opening the box, and now it's time for me to actually read Miss Meteor as part of my Rent-A-Readathon TBR. I'm very excited, and I will update you every time I get to one of the pages where I need to open an item from the book box. I've gotten to the first page marker, so I guess I better go to my box and find out what's in that page marker. Let's go. So that was page 56, so we're looking for the thing to open for page 56. And based on what I read, I have an idea of what this is, but let's find out. This is exactly 100% what I thought it was based on what I was reading when I found the sticky note. It's a spatula. You would have to read the book to find out why. Alright, I've gotten to 106, and the only clue I've got here is quotes from Romeo and Juliet, so let's open this up and see what it is. Okay, this is actually hilarious because there are two things this town is obsessed with. One of them is the beauty pageant, and one of them is playing cornhole. And now I have my own tiny little cornhole board. Are they called boards? Ha! Hello, work is done, workout is done. I'm gonna read more, and I should be able to get to the end of this soon, which is nice. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm excited to see what the other two things that came in the book box are. I'm on page 151, which is the next time I have a gift to open, which will be this one. So I'm going to open that up and find out what it is. I have no idea because I'm not looking under the little sticker, which probably indicates what it is. Okay, I lied a little because I had an idea, and it's this shawl, which is something that her mother is just about to give her to go with the dress that she's going to wear on the competition, which is fantastic. It was hard to tell when it was still folded up, but it is very long and very lacy at the ends, and it's kind of beautiful. And there we have it. Last night I finished Miss Meteor. I got to my final prize, which was adorable. I need to find something to put that on. And I really ended up enjoying the book. Although our two main characters have romances in it, the main love aspect is their friendship and getting back to each other and figuring out why they fell apart in the first place and owning up to that. And I just really loved it. It was fantastic. If you haven't read it yet, I highly suggest it. That's it for this video. Have you read this book? Let me know about it down in the comments below. On the way down to the comments, if you hit that subscribe button, that would be very nice of you. If you don't feel like leaving a comment but want to make sure that I know you were here, just leave me an emoji or a smiley face if you're on your keyboard. Some people have asked if there's a way to financially support this channel, so I recently set up a Ko-fi account, which is a digital tipping service. The link for that is down below, as well as the link to my PayPal and my Amazon wishlist in case you would like to buy me a book. You can like and share this as you see fit, and I will see you very soon. Bye.